Hi there, this is Scott with bananaprofits.com, where we get our clients to the first page of Google guaranteed or it's free. In my last video, and in this whole series actually, I've got this series called the Google Challenge, where I'm trying to get a new client who has absolutely no web presence from nothing to the first page of Google, and we're going to discover how long that takes for this particular case. Today is October 1st, 2011. And yesterday I showed you a video about how to submit a sitemap, and if you recall, the sitemap wasn't updated yet, so I just wanted to kind of go over that and a couple other things with you today. So first of all, I wanted to show you how to get, first of all I wanted to show you how he's going to be listed here, and a little overview again of what we talked about with some other information about Google listings themselves. If you remember, the first couple of places up on the top, if they're yellow, it's going to be that they're an ad. So most people understand that who use Google. And that's one way to get up to the first page of Google if you want to pay to play. There's nothing wrong with that. I think I mentioned in my other video, why would you? Well, I guess you would if you really just didn't want to wait. If you wanted to get up to the front page of Google real quick, you could do this. So, but we're not going to cover that because I specialize in getting people on the first page of Google in the organic listings. That's this area down here. Alright, so over on the right hand side again we have Google Places. It used to be called Google Maps, but this is now called Places. And all these little push pins correspond with the businesses listed to the left. If we keep scrolling down, we can see other SERPs. And these are SERP. These are actually listings of websites and their pages or links within their website. So you can see the top one underneath the pages, places, is ksikitchens.com. Then they've got another listing, ksikitchens.com/Brighton. And underneath that we've got another one. So you can see, you can start to develop sort of a routine here. You can see that my keywords that I typed in up here are Brighton, MI, Kitchen Design. And all these words down here that are highlighted or bolded out, these are called anchor text on the search. These are starting to populate, and Google's trying to match my keywords with the most popular fit, the fit that would be probably the most likely I'd want to click. So if I look at this one's pretty close. Kitchen, Brighton, Michigan. Brighton, Michigan. There's no kitchen design in any of these, however. So there's kitchen and bath designers. So you can see that there's some here that would be close, but not quite. Alright, so that's an overview of what we're looking for as far as getting him to the first page of Google with his keywords. And I had a few people actually email me and say, hey Scott, that Webmaster Tools thing was a pretty cool overview, but how do I get there? And just go up to Google, type in Webmaster Tools. Now I've got this bookmarked, but for the first time that you want to go there, just type in Webmaster Tools and then you'll see it on probably the first listing under the paid listing. Click it, it'll take you to the first page that says crawl URL. Now if you have a brand new page, you would want to go ahead and fill this in. I've already done this. You only need to do this once. So I've already done this, and I've already told Google that we have a brand new website, so I don't need to do it again. If you have a brand new website, go ahead and fill it in and hit submit request. We're going to skip it and go to Webmaster Tools. And you can see here that it brings us to like a dashboard. Now I want you to remember up here there's actually what's called breadcrumbs. This is how you kind of get around in Webmaster Tools if you get lost. Most Google apps have pretty good breadcrumbs, so you can just kind of look up on the top left and see where you're at and see how to get around. Now let's go ahead and click on this. This is an overview of the sitemaps that this particular guy has listed. And if you recall yesterday, he had a sitemap with a big red X through it because it hadn't been listed yet. Well, actually I tried to list it twice, which is why it had a red X on it. You start pushing Google around, they push back a little bit. It's all about time. Google takes their time on things. It's a big, huge organization, and they've got a ton of traffic, so you pretty much have to hurry up and wait. Anyways, the sitemap has been accepted because it's got a check mark there. This is the dashboard, and it shows all kinds of good stuff about your sitemap. What I look for first is the crawl errors up here. If I don't see any crawl errors, I'm fine. I don't have to worry about, the sitemap being broken. The next thing I look for is keywords, and keywords would basically just mean these are the terms that people are looking for and found you. And once your site gets listed and starts getting some clicks because of the search engines, then you'll see this area start to populate. The sitemap here, obviously we just have the one sitemap. Let's go ahead and click on that. Okay, now you can see that the sitemap was submitted successfully, otherwise it would have had a red X here and a reason. It would have said something like it wasn't submitted because robots.txt told us to stop or something like that. So I'll show you that at some other time, but for right now let's just worry about what we're looking at, which is submitted URLs is 8, and there's 1 URL in the web index. So it's already got 1 URL listed, but he's got 8 more URLs that need to go up yet. So I could resubmit it, but like I said, you don't want to push around Google because they just don't do anything quick. Just leave it alone. We know that it's not broken. We know that it's working. I'm going to click back on sitemaps here just so you can see that it was downloaded by Google on October 1st, which is today. And this is an overview. Okay, so that's the overview of a sitemap. Let's look at what's called analytics. Google has a whole tracking system called Google Analytics, which is really cool. It's also free. Some guys are afraid to use it because they don't want Google knowing every little move they make. I guess my argument is they already know. They're the world's largest conglomerator of information, and so these guys pretty much already know everything. If they're gonna know anything else about me, about my little website, then I probably got something to hide. So I'm not worried about them. I'm just going to go ahead and use analytics. When I first click it, if I didn't have an analytics set up, it would have actually had me sign up for analytics, but I already have it signed up, so I don't need to do that again. When you first sign up, however, remember I'm going to use these breadcrumbs to kind of move around, so I can always just go back up here and kind of figure out where I'm at. When I first sign up, I get this thing that I have to sign up with, and it asks me all kinds of little information. But it also provides a tracking code, and this tracking code has to go on your website before Google will pick it up. Here's the code right here. It's called a script code, a tracking code. And what you do is you just copy all this, put it into your clipboard, and you pop it into your web page. Now I think I closed it out, so let me open up. Yes, I did. Let me just open this up real quick. Okay, so I'm using a theme in WordPress called Thesis, which is just amazing. And there's a spot right here in the stats and tracking scripts where you just copy and paste in. I'm not going to do it, but if that was blank, I just hit paste what I just copied in. Then I'd hit the big ass save button. And as soon as I do that, then I can go back to Google and tell them, hey, you know what? The tracking code's already there now, save and finish, and away we go. I don't want to do that because it'll submit it again. So let's get back to analytics settings. And if I want to see how it's working, now this again takes time. Okay, right now there's no change because it's so brand new to the web that it hasn't even had a chance to get tracked. There's nothing. The tracking's installed. It knows that, but there's no information yet. So I'm going to click on a report just for giggles and kind of look around. And each of these would represent how many people visited that particular day. Right now it's flatline because there's absolutely no visitors. It's so brand new that there wouldn't be. So in a few days we'll come back and check this again. There's all kinds of cool statistical data you can learn about keywords and how people are finding you. If you want to do an AdWords campaign, you can track that too. So there's all kinds of stuff behind the scenes you can do with Google Analytics. As people find you on the web, it'll actually find out, it'll put a push pin here where they, how they found you. Actually, it'll color code how they found you or where they found you from their clicks. Like if somebody's in China and they find your website, it'll have a color code there and a number. So, but we'll come back to this at another point. Right now I just wanted to make this a real quick video. And let's go back to, I'm done with Google Analytics overview for right now. Let's go back and show you a couple things about Thesis that I like. I showed you this stat and traffic tracking scripts. That's really cool. A lot of them you have to kind of hack the code a little bit and make the analytics show up. With this theme, Thesis, you don't need to do that. It's got a spot right there. A lot of the premium themes, those are paid for themes, will have some kind of software script tracking code spot where you can just copy and paste that code in without having to trick the system or game the system. Those aren't even good words. Let's say that hack the system. That would be better. Okay, so let's go and take a look at a couple of cool things. One of the plugins that I have here is called pc-robots.txt. And you can see it's installed right here. And the settings for that work like this. Now you remember that sitemap that I posted up earlier. Well, when you post a sitemap up, it'll actually track, let me just go down here and show you. It'll spider almost everything in your website, even stuff you really don't want it to see. Okay, so with with pc-robots.txt, it actually disallows certain folders within your website from getting indexed. This is called, what we don't want to do is, we don't want to spread thin our link juice. Link juice is a term, kind of a new age term for how much juice or how much strength you have with your links. Well, if your whole website is being indexed and it's indexing crap like CGI bin and WP admin and all the stuff that you don't want seen, well, your link juice is thinner. So we want it thicker in the pages section and the post section. Alright, so here's what a PC Robots text looks like. Actually, I just showed it to you. This is what it looks like. Another cool thing with pc-robots.txt is it disallows all these spammer type of search engines from even indexing you, like Alexibot, Aqua Products. All these are disallowed, and that's signified by this /. The cool thing with that is you don't get picked up by these spam search engines. That comes built into pc-robots.txt. You can add to it, you can delete from it if you don't think one's if you think one's safe. But no, these guys are good. They keep on top of this stuff. So all these things that they have pre-programmed in here are spam bots. We're just going to leave it. The other cool thing is it automatically puts this stuff in. It automatically knows to put in disallow CGI bin, WP admin, all these things that you don't want to thin out your link juice with. Okay, so that's it for PC text. And that's all I have for today, and I just wanted to give you a quick overview of where we're at. Again, this is Scott with Banana Profits. Today is October 1st, and I'll see you soon.